We can put the other side of it. We can have it stick out a little bit. We can have it stick out a lot. We don't want it to stick out too much. Like the temple, if it kind of sticks out like that, or like a temple face there, and then like a little courtyard there, and then another temple face there, and then a ramp there. You know, according to the images that I'm looking at, which you can't see, but if you're doing what I said and looking this up in Google image search, the Temple of Hatshepsut, you see what I'm talking about. Like there's a temple, and it's a courtyard, and another temple, and then there's like ramps. So there's 2 levels to the thing. I want to make this bigger, because bigger is easy to deal with. Let's just put it here. I'm just doing this arbitrarily, and by that I mean I'm just doing this, you know, there's no rigorous logic to it. I'm just doing what looks good to me. Well, look, if we're here, no, it seems too wide, because now that blocks, like if the corner is there and there's a rectangle thing going that way, the rectangle will block that side. I have to pull it back a bit, but that means the temple is smaller than I want, or smaller than I think is smart. Again, if you make things too small, it's very difficult to make things look good. See, if I make it this wide, and if we come back here, and we're like standing there, so the cross, if it's that wide, the cross axis will be like here, then you can see that opening clearly, but it's only that wide, that the temple. I guess we can do that. Maybe I'll push that back 2 blocks. So you see what I'm doing here? I don't know how many of you guys do this. Like I haven't watched any of you, you know, design things, but just notice what I'm doing. I'm marking things out, and then stepping back, and then trying to visualize what it would look like when I build it. So let me just step back to here. So, no, this tree is in the way. So in the middle, in between, man, this is pretty bad. Alright, so there's the axis there. So in the middle between that corner and that corner, it's about here. If you imagine all these trees are out of the way, so use the power of your mind to imagine no trees there. There's a temple like there, the rectangle, and then we can see beyond there, which is good. Okay, I think that's a good size. So you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of putting down some markers, stepping back, using those markers to help me visualize the shapes, and then trying to decide what's good and what's not. So there's a lot of planning involved here. So we're not just kind of putting blocks down and starting building straight away. You want to spend some time thinking about this before you do it, if you can. And it comes with practice too, like how you can visualize buildings and how good you are doing that. Alright, so let's just count how many blocks this is. I might have to move this. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Did I miscount? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, that's an odd number. So that's good. Let me just, what's 13? Is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And math. Math and architecture go hand in hand. Especially in Minecraft, where the blocks are so big. Like you can't really just freehand things. You really need to count blocks if you want things to look good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13 So if we say this is the axis coming back this way, so you can see how there it's okay, here there's not very much space. I don't want to break the axis, I want the this path to just go all the way across. It might mean that this, whatever I build on this side, has to be asymmetrical. Or maybe it just goes up and then it turns and it goes into there. I don't know about this side. I mean, we can't make everything perfect, unfortunately. I do want that to be symmetrical. But we can change this later on. But I want that to be symmetrical. This I'll have to figure out later. So this side might be less interesting. Or more interesting if it's not symmetrical. Who knows, right? Okay, so let's just pillar up here. So this is the plan, or this is the design, the sketch design, I guess you'd call it. Well, not even that, because I haven't started yet. This is the layout that I've been thinking. So across here is one path, straight in. Across the other side is another path. And everything else I'll figure out later. We're gonna build a temple there first. So, you know, that's the thinking, that's the design process so far. We just started. I don't know how clear that is to you guys. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if you are able to do the same thing. Like if you try to do this, are you successful or not? Because, you know, it's one of these things that after you spend a few years learning design, then you learn to do this. And, you know, you forget how you were before you did this. So I don't know. So if you have any questions, by all means ask them. Alright, so I'm going to stop recording now, and I'm going to chop down those trees, and then I'll come back and we'll use some dirt to plan out the temple there. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so the trees are gone. Actually, is that tree... okay, I just chop that tree down as well. So the trees are mostly gone. And now that we're looking at it without the trees, I just noticed a few things. You see how the blocks of sand where I'm marking out the temple, they kind of forward from that cliff face. And I was saying how the cross axis was too close to this edge for my liking. So what I've decided actually is we can push that corner back. So we want to keep it so that we can see that, you know, that opening there. So the building can't be too far forward. In fact, it should be like that. That's mostly symmetrical from there. So we can keep that line, but we can push it back diagonally in that direction there. A few more blocks. Because then the temple face can be further back there. Right? And then so then the temple can be wider. And then actually we can shift the center of the temple this way by 2 blocks. In fact, maybe even 3 blocks. And push that back there. Actually, no, just 2. Alright, so to push this back 2 blocks, I have to move that across by 4 blocks. Right, so let me just try and do this. Let me just remake this here. So we push this here, so the front of the temple can be back here, right? You know, this is kind of where the cliff face starts. We might even push it back 1 more block. So this is like the series of columns at the face of the cliff, right? And then... oh, this needs to go. Alright, let's just demolish that. Alright, so that's good. And we can push this back to here, right? And now the other one can be across 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Let me just double check this. So that's there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. So now this cross-axis can be moved forward 2 blocks. I mean, you might not think 2 blocks is a lot, but it's actually, there, it's right up against that cliff up there, right? Whereas here, with a little bit more space, every little bit counts. So if we stand back here, so that opening is still quite visible from here. And now we have a wider tempo face to work with. I think I like this quite a bit more. Yeah, alright, so the next part is we want, so we're gonna have 3 stories, so like a thing down here, and then well, a platform up here, out here, and then columns, and then more columns. So it's gonna be like 3 stories. I guess I'll keep it low and wide. So it'll be... So it'll be a block for the floor, 3 blocks high, and then a block for the next floor, and then 3 blocks high, and then a block for the ceiling. I think 3 blocks high. So let me just try this. So I'm gonna go up. Alright, so let's say 1, 2, 3 blocks high. I need to climb up, don't I? 1, 2, 3 blocks high, and then if we say this is the level of the courtyard at the front of it. Is it a courtyard or it's like the entryway? So let's just bring this across. Okay, we can just... Oops. Leave the torch there for now. And we imagine if that platform actually comes out quite some distance. Ramp up. Actually, we should just kind of... okay. We're gonna use half slabs. I'm gonna try and do the math here. How much distance do you need to... So to get a ramp from down here to up there, it's 2 blocks. Okay, let's say we have 2 blocks. Two blocks of flat area, so and then the ramp starts here. So then half slab above that, that's flat. Half slab above that, that's flat. Half slab above that, that's flat, and then half slab there. So the ramp would be like that wide. See, it's still kind of close like this. I want the columns to be here, I think. So what we're gonna do is to push this further out. So I'm gonna push this 2 blocks. Oops. 2 blocks that way. Just gonna give myself enough space. Let me just see that. Right. But that's not actually what I want, because this is just the distance for the upper platform. What this is meant to do is to count how many blocks are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Actually, no, it's 2 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, so this goes all the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this goes all the way out to here. And in fact, the ramp is supposed to start there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that comes across. I hope this makes sense to you guys. So the ramp goes to here, and then this platform is in fact half slab, full slab. Okay, so this platform goes all the way around to here. And I'm gonna have to put some torches up because things are gonna start spawning if I don't. So despite saying that I was gonna excavate a lot of things, it turns out this is gonna be a huge platform that I have to fill in with something. I guess I'll keep it open underneath here. Maybe. I'll think about it. Alright, so there's